Marker, Euphoria Season 2, Episode 1, guys. It's been a long time. Can't wait to talk about this. Let's go. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D., aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Or in this case, this is TV Talk, ladies and gentlemen, TV Talk show, which is one of our favorite shows. Euphoria, one of our top shows, really. I would say our top 5, at least as a couple, right? We have our own separate shows we watch. It's like our top 5. This, and then we have our couple shows. This is one of them. This is definitely the top 5, along with Yellowstone and The Righteous Gemstones, and just a bunch of, a bunch of few other fan favorites, a couple favorites in this case. And let's get right to it, Angela. Season 2, Episode 1. How long have we been waiting? We've been waiting for a long time since COVID happened and all that stuff. So we've been waiting such a long time for this season to actually happen. We got the 2 specials, which was Rue's special, and which was really cool because it kind of gave us like a teaser, a taste into what Season 2 was really going to be. And we see on there as well, we see Drake still executive producer. We still see this story unfold here. What did you think of this first episode, Angela? I mean, titled Trying to Get to Heaven Before They Close the Door. Episode 1, guys.
That's definitely a way to start a series. It starts off with, I know we've gotten a lot of backstories from a lot of different other characters.
Yeah.
But we finally start with Fezco's backstory. Yeah. To know more about him. I've always liked his character because he's always been a good, inherently good person. In a bad situation.
And here's the thing. They mentioned it so many times. And we're gonna mention spoilers guys. So this is the spoilers review. Sorry, it's kind of hard not to talk about spoilers in this review because of so much that happened. So we're gonna talk about spoilers. So if you have not seen it, watch it and then come right back to us. All right, guys. So with that being said, we see a humanity, really. We see a human element into Fezco, and it's like we kind of get lost in his story because it's like, dude, what the hell? Like this kid's been through a lot. We didn't know his story obviously from season 1 because they didn't really give us a backstory. But to start off with the Rue saying, Fezco's grandma was effing G, and it's like, dude, like this is already like a hamster. It's like you're stuck in this hamster wheel of anxiety, of emotional. It's so insane how much they spin these characters and they make you fall in love with them all over again. And you get lost in it because you get so overwhelmed with so much, just a lot's going on. You're nervous. Yeah. I'm biting my nails continuously so much in this episode. And it's like, dude, my nails are already gone. It's like, dude, this is insane because you love these characters. Of course, the main shots of the main characters from the very season 1, right? But it looks like we get introduced to one new character in here. And we also get an element of what this season 2 is going to be, man. I mean, right off the bat, we get his backstory here, which is more drug dealing and more
how he got started, exposed to it as a young child,
and he's a good kid. That's the thing, is that he's such a good person. And the thing is, though, that it's hard because it's like he has to do these actions in order to keep his reputation. Because if not, someone's gonna try to attack him or try to steal his drug money or anything like that. You have to carry that toughness. It's almost, we get a little with him and I forgot the girl's name, Lexi, or I think it's Lexi. Yeah, they're talking, they're having this conversation at the party, and it's like, dude, this guy's a good guy. Like he's literally like he's just doing actions that he feels like he has to do. But it shouldn't identify who he is, right? But it's kind of hard because it's like us as humans. It's like he's
a drug dealer.
I know, but it's like, dude, like this guy is just. I mean, he's just trying to find himself in this world of cruelty.
It's definitely interesting because he meets what's his face again? We know from the past seasons that he had a crush against Nate.
Yeah.
And
which we saw in season 1. What happened with that case?
So, and then we see what happens. So that was really interesting to see, like his. So I'm really just start off the season that way was definitely an interesting take. So I'm kind of curious to see where it goes from now. Yeah. Not just with their story, but we also see there's spoilers. The reunion of Rue and.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, and so I really liked it.
Rue and Jules.
I really liked it because we've seen in the special how Jules leaving Rue affected her afterwards. God. And it's really interesting to see them meet up for the first time since that happened. Yeah. And so I know we had seen that little blurb at the end that kind of explains a little bit more in depth of the episode. And the creator was like, we wanted to see something how Rue acts whenever she gets what she wants. She always wanted a relationship with Jules, but also do drugs at the same time. And so why not give that to her the first episode and see where it goes from there? And that's a really good point to make. I really want to know how this is going to play out, because obviously Jules did have a big part of why Rue was sober.
Yes.
And why she didn't do drugs and that struggle.
It felt like that was her, like, I don't want to say savior, but that was her safe space. I would say safe space. That was her safe space with Jules, and that way she didn't feel like she had to. And I just feel so, like, I emotionally, like, I was just gonna cry that seeing season 2, the clips. It's just, and in that season 2 clip, we see Rue go to church, and it's like, dude, like, my God, like, she gets lost again, and it's like she doesn't know how to express her emotions unless she's high or on drugs. And I'm all like, girl, like, oh my God, like, this is, I it just, you start feeling for her, and it's just like, this is just terrible. And obviously in the season 2 clip, we get another, like, looks like another close to OD. She relapsed in this episode, and it's like, oh crap, like, oh my God, like, is she gonna OD? Or it just, so many factors in here, in this spinning anxiety again, and it's just like, you feel so invested in season 1, right? And then, like, you just fall in love once again in season 2, and it's like, you want these characters to do good, I feel
especially
and we also see Casey with Nate. I was like, what the hell is up? Cassie with Nate. Sorry, Cassie with Nate. And all like,
that's interesting because she's gone through so much herself, like, in the past seasons. I really feel for the girl. She's not a bad person, to be honest. She's not, but
she has a problem though. She has a problem.
I
mean, everyone has a problem, but it's like, dude, she has a problem. It just comes off, I don't know, like, it's hard because it's like,
I feel like, again, this is another character that's lost, and I really want to see where she goes from there. She has that little, I don't know what you call it, moment with Nate in the bathroom at this party. Almost gets caught by
her best friend,
Maddie. Nate's ex. And so I'm really,
that was crazy.
And we also see that moment she has with her ex.
How many? Put all the comments down below, guys. How many times or how many occasions, or really just, have you ever been put in a situation like that where you're dating, you're effing your best friend's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, right? Because they're not together. Ex-boyfriend. I mean, let me clarify. They're not together. Maddie said it. They're not together. Even Nate said it.
But still,
they're not together. So it's her best friend's ex. And you're sleeping with them, and you almost get caught. Put on comments down below. I'm pretty sure this happens way more than we know. Probably.
Yeah, probably. But it's really interesting to see that. And I want to know what I don't care about Nate, but I want to know, he's a douchebag. I don't care about it. I want to know where, what's going to go on for her. How does she evolve this season? So I really want to see more of that. I think we saw Kat again a little briefly. I loved her from the previous season. So but my focus from this episode is I really want to see more of Cassie, and I really want to see more of Rue and Jules' relationship. I want to know what happens to them.
And here's the thing: is Jules gonna be enough for Rue? Because that's the thing. Is it gonna be enough for her to where she quits drugs altogether? Because in the special we got, I thought she was done with drugs. It felt like to me like she was done with them, and then boom, she's right back to it. It's like she needs more help, man. I think she needs more help than Jules, but we'll find out this season. It's just a roller coaster of an episode. It really is. I'm excited for what more to come. And then also that very end scene, we get Fezco. He actually beats the living hell out of Nate. And that, I mean, it's tough because it's like, you don't want to say like that guy Nate deserves a beating, but in a way he kind of does a little bit because of the situations that he put Jules in last season, the crap that he's put her through because she was a trans and all that, and it's like, and she is a trans in real life, but it's like, dude, why are you attacking her because she's that it's
just ignorance. But I think it's just the way he was brought up in the show. And we see some of that in last season. So I mean, do I feel bad for him? No. I mean, I think he's still a major douchebag with a lot of people, not just one character. Just in general, with his character's a douchebag. But do I feel bad he should have gotten punched like that? It's questionable.
I don't wish that upon anybody, but it's like, dude, like this guy, I mean, I don't want to say he deserves it, but sorry, not sorry. Just he kind of deserved it a little bit. I know it's a touchy subject. I mean, in a way he kind of did, because I mean he left the way he trapped even Fesco, like the way he trapped him too. It's like he threatened him, and then Fesco threatened him, saying, "I'm gonna kill you next time." And it's like, dude, like remember season 1? You cannot remember. You have to remember season 1 with the crap that he really pulled on everybody, on the whole emotional film, how much emotional roller coaster he put Jules through, because she was so anxiety was through the roof of like everyone finding out who she is, and it's like her identity crisis. It was identity crisis.
But
really.
I mean, you also gotta remember the relationship Nate and Jules had through texting. Like they really cared about each other, and then out of nowhere he found out.
Dude, it was just crazy. I was just like, what the hell? Like, dude, you gotta be like that. I think
we saw at the very end of the HBO episode the little blurb about explaining it in depth of what was going on in the episode. We also saw scenes for throughout the season 2, what's to come for the rest of the season. And so I think I saw a little blurb of Nate's dad, who also had a previous fling with Jules for a little bit,
and it looks like he's in a hotel room,
and injured. I don't know. So I'm really curious to see what unfolds for all the characters, what their story arc is going to continue, and where's just really to go from here. I really am excited to see how this unfolds, and I really like. I'm so glad it's back. I love the first season.
It's once again, guys. This really all these characters are spinning again, and I would say season 2 to open up like this is just beautiful. I did not expect it to be this good. And here's the thing: even Sam Levinson said it, like the creator himself, the director, creator. Drake is still executive producer in here. He even said it in the end of the credits thing and into the story. He even said it like so many times. He's just like, I wanted to change up how these characters are and spin them again and just make them get back into this story and create the same charisma. But so season 1 was like a 2 a.m. party, and season 2 was like a 5 a.m. party, which should have been done a long time ago. That's why that scenario is kind of funny when he puts it in that metaphor. It's really kind of funny, right? So I'm Sam Levinson. He did a great job. I mean, dude, you're really great at this, man. You're a great creator when it comes down to this show right here. I loved it. We loved it. It was just a great start to a season 2, man. It really is.
I gotta say, I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see the rest of the episodes.
And it's a lot. Even Rue even said it. Zendaya even said it in her behind the scenes stuff. She even said it's like season 1. We had to go in season 2 to a high hopes because to live up season 1 of how much of a high note we left it at. How much people, because let's be honest here, when the season 1 came out, people were talking about it, but then months later, a year even later, people were still talking about this show. Be like, it was so much a word of mouth. Hey, you never seen Euphoria, and they're like, what is that? And it's like you explain it, it's like, oh crap, like dude, I want to watch it. Like it really creates those elements of us being human beings, teenagers back in those days. And granted, maybe all that crap, all that shit didn't happen all at once for you guys. Maybe it happened in different chapters of your life. The point is that you kind of connect that emotional element here, and you kind of feel for it because you have this small connection to each. It doesn't matter if you have a relationship where you have this relationship connection with Kate, Rue, Jules. It doesn't matter. Like the point is like you have a connection to this show somehow, and it's beautiful because it's us being human beings, and it's us really figuring out our identity in life, I would say. And,
I would say that's the main theme of the show in general. I know teenagers don't really go through a lot of this. Hopefully not.
I mean, hopefully not. Some, maybe not all of this. I would say different chapters of their life. I would
hope teenagers aren't doing drugs and selling pictures of the bodies.
Oh God, it happens probably more frequently.
It happens probably a lot more. But regardless, I think that's the main theme that I think we can all struggle through is finding ourselves. And they're at an age where it's hard. Being a teenager was hard, and then these characters in these show, it's a lot harder.
It's real, and even season 1 was so real when it comes to bullying, cyberbullying, identity bullying, trans bullying. It's bullying just becoming different identity. It's not even like it's not even just from it's not even from changing from gender. It's mainly just identity bullying, like whether you're a nerd or whether it doesn't matter. It's all bullying in itself, and it's terrible, and it's cruel, and it's rude, and it's just not good for it. It's not good for it, and it happens a lot more than we know, I would say. And it's sad that is, but it just being a high school kid is very tough these days. I would say that, and
being a young adult is young person, teenager, and adult is it's hard. So I like that we can relate to some of these characters in certain ways, and I really am excited the show's back. I think the first episode was really great.
What'd you give a rating on this episode, Angela?
I give it a 7 because this is a really good way.
Dude, I give it an 8. I give it an 8 because we got more Rue.
I just
Jules
feel
are
like
together now. It's
I don't want to.
Dude,
It
yes.
didn't. It was a perfect start.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't it blew my mind. Can't get better than this because I hope it gets better than this.
Oh, yeah.
I know for sure.
I think it is.
It's gonna. So that's why it's a good solid start. It had a really good story.
Yeah. The music was just. Oh my God, the music, dude. Whoever
Nostalgic.
does the music is just beautiful. I love the music choice. The music, it's so well done. The composer, so this is different mixes here, and I really love the song choice here, guys. But yeah, put it on the comments down below, ladies and gentlemen, if you really enjoyed this episode, guys. Episode 1 of season 2. I'm excited for what's to unfold, and we will be posting every single week, guys. Trying to bear with us, trying to post every single week of this episode and giving you our thoughts and our take on it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching us, guys. And put on the comments down below. Maybe you love this episode. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you thought it was flawed. Tell us on the comments down below as well, guys. Thank you so much. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. You can call Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you once again. And check you later, guys. Stay safe, San Antonio.